Has already been a busy morning for local police. First homicide detectives have been on the scene of a fatal shooting in the Pearl District. At around 2 a.m., officers responded to a shooting call near the intersection of Northwest Cooch and Broadway. They found a woman dead at the scene there. No arrests have been made. Now, that came in while Portland's CERT team was dealing with a standoff. A suspect barricaded themselves in a car along Northeast Gleason near 165th Avenue. Investigators say it all started with an attempted traffic stop. After a chase and a box-in maneuver, police say the suspect put a gun to their own head, then threatened to shoot officers. Police did alert neighbors and urged them to stay in their homes. After several hours of negotiation, the suspect finally surrendered just after 5:30 this morning. We're glad that that worked out as it did. Good morning. Thanks for getting up with us this morning on Sunday. I'm still waking up apparently, and I'm Tim Gordon. Of course, the big story today is the heat. So let's check in with Sarah Bagby for a quick look at the forecast. Sarah?
Well, I think a lot of people may have struggled last night. It was hot last night. So if you like to sleep in the cooler temperatures and you didn't have an AC, it was tough. But today we have a strong ridge of high pressure bringing in these higher temperatures. We are going to hit records this week, folks. We are going to get the hottest temperatures that we've seen this summer in the Portland metro area. And we're talking dangerously hot, 103 to, and it depends on where you are, but 107, 108 in the inland valleys. This is where we are right now. Look at these temperatures, everyone. This is warm right now for going outside. You're not used to it this warm when you step outside. It's almost 70 degrees in Portland right now. So be prepared. Now, we do have all these warnings in effect, and a lot of it has to do with the heat, of course, and we want to prepare for that. But we also have the wildfires to think about. And when you bring in these winds, and this is what's happening with the wind, it comes in through there, and with the low dew points and the high heat, that is not good for wildfires, and we have quite a few of them in the Bend area. We do have also an advisory offshore with a little bit of wind, and not today, but tomorrow, so a small craft advisory will be in effect tomorrow. But today, for the most part, it's just heat and the wildfires, and if you're sensitive to the smoke. We'll have more for you in just a bit.
All right, Sarah, thanks very much. And now to those who are bracing for the heat. Many don't have air conditioners. Others who suffered through the last few summers are finally getting some relief. Catherine Cook checked in with one apartment complex where residents are grateful for the help.
At the Northwest Tower Apartments.
I'm on the side that's facing all the sun.
Neighbors have seen the triple-digit weather forecast.
And I'm going, oh, here we go.
And are bracing for impact.
I remember I didn't have air conditioning, and it got like almost over 106 in my apartment.
That was a couple years ago. Alan Gibson and others citywide suffered under a catastrophic heat dome. Temperatures topped 115 degrees. County officials blamed the heat for 72 deaths. 94% of those victims died in their own homes. One lived right here.
It's hard to get away from the heat when it builds up in the apartments, unless you got some kind of relief, and box fans just don't cut it.
We first met Della Collins last summer. It was during yet another wave of 100-plus degree heat. She wasn't doing well.
I remember having the ice pack here and one on my head and the whole 9 yards. I was so ill. I mean, dizzy, throwing up, and heat exhaustion.
Fortunately, that week, Della got an air conditioning unit. So did several of her neighbors. They tell us Home Forward, which manages the building, has worked diligently ever since to make sure residents who need an AC get one. Della says it's made a huge difference.
Oh my goodness, yes, from 70 to 90. Oh, incredible difference. I'm not sick, I'm not dizzy, I'm not throwing up.
Now on the verge of another 100-plus degree heat wave, neighbors like Patrick Sauter are making sure others who live here are ready.
I asked them if they have an air conditioner, and if they didn't have an air conditioner, I would let them know to tell the office, and then that they can help them get one.
Plus, we have a community room with air conditioning.
But even with AC,
ice packs, still, ice water.
You can never be too prepared.
That is for sure. Well, several local nonprofits are able to provide qualified residents with an AC unit through the Cooling Portland program. We'll post more information on that at KGW.com. Well, a reminder, it's a good time to start checking on your neighbors, seniors, family, and friends to make sure that they're prepared and doing okay. We'll keep on top of the extreme heat as long as it lasts for you. The latest forecasts, weather headlines are all available anytime at KGW.com and the KGW app. The death toll from the wildfire in Maui has risen now to 93 people. That makes it officially the deadliest in modern U.S. history, surpassing California's Camp Fire of 2018. Hawaii's governor is warning that the number could rise. Many people are still missing. A total of 2,200 buildings have burned in the fire since Tuesday. Many of the town of Lahaina's historic landmarks are lost. Firefighters say that fire is now about 85% contained.
The area of impact in Lahaina has not grown. However, it's not completely mopped up and under control. So we're still patrolling a lot of the edges of the fire.
A temporary housing task force has been established to help get displaced residents housed in hotel rooms and rental homes. You can make a donation to KGW's Northwest Response Fund. We're partnering with the American Red Cross for this. Red Cross volunteers are on the island, opening shelters and providing evacuees a safe place to stay. So you can text the word FIRE to the number that you see on your screen right now. It's 503-226-5088. And we'll text you back with a link to donate to the fund. You can also donate in person at any local U.S. bank branch. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back.